All right, I'm in Panther Creek Cave, also known as Falls Creek Cave, depending on whom you ask. Anyway, I am just down the stream, downhill, south of the skylight entrance. I already did video from the upper end to down here, but took a little water break, and now I'm starting a new video. Let me think about this. So, as you can see, the floor is a bit uneven here, not too hard. It's probably, I don't know, 40 feet wide, 60 feet high here. It's absolutely big. Sure, my camera's not doing it justice. You notice there is a ledge up there about 15 feet high. If you're feeling brave, oh no, see, you couldn't get there from here. You'd need a ladder or something to get up there. And then up even higher, like 30 feet or with 25 feet, quite a ways, there's like a ledge up there and then a side area. I'm pretty sure I've never been up there. It looks way too dangerous for me. It would be cool to see if sometime, if possible, but right now it's not looking possible. So anyway, I'm going to continue with this camera shooting on the left side to go through clockwise. So of course I have to zigzag. So this isn't the easiest cave. The floor is all covered with breakdown. If I remember right, the whole floor, the main tube is covered with breakdown as far as I can get. There is a side tube up here. That's as far as I plan to get today. I'm going to go up there, do the side tube, and then come back. It's already 1:30 p.m. It's going to take me a few hours to drive home. I do want to have dinner. So yeah. Notice down here the floor, besides rock. Oops. There we go. Little bit of wall peeling off. Shoot, I forgot what that's called. There's a name for it when the wall is peeling off like that. Anyway. Oh yeah, the floor. Besides just rock, there's sand. I don't know if the camera's probably not picking up, but there is a little bit of water dripping from the ceiling. So sometimes if you come to a cave that's not popular like this, the water drips onto the sand and makes little impact craters. Either circles if there's no wind, or kind of dashes if there is a wind. That's basically what you're looking at here. It's a little bit trampled, but you see how there's like these little ruts here? Kind of like water flowing. Pretty sure that's from water dripping on the ceiling. Same thing here. I'm gonna try not to step on this sandy area. But yeah, you see those holes there? That's probably from water. Either dripping from the ceiling or higher up on the wall. But as you can see, there's also rock here. There's some caves where they have a big area of sand, and then either people have trampled it and it's just flat sand, or people haven't trampled it. And then sometimes you see different patterns depending on how dry it is and how windy it is. Like, look at this color here. The rock is obviously gray, and then it's got brown stuff on it. That's not dirt, I think. Well, I think it's a mixture of sand and a white mineral deposit. Kind of cool. Very pretty. Well, you know, by lava tube standards, it's pretty. We have pretty low standards around here. Let's see, graded on a curve. That's the word. We're grading it on a curve. Anyway. Interesting little wall here. Very rough. I'm going to go ahead and go to the right if I can find a reasonable way. I'm trying to just walk and not climb around on my hands, but not sure how well that's going to work out. Let's see here. This battery is only down to 74%. Then I only have one more battery for this camera. So I'm hoping that's enough. I can get to the big side tube, do that loop and come back. But honestly, I don't remember how far it is. I know this is kind of long cave. It's definitely not Ape Cave, but it's a start. But yeah, these boulders are huge, so I have to zigzag around to figure out, do I want to climb or crawl or jump? As long as the rocks hold still, I'm happy. It's when they move under me that kind of creeps me out. Wow. See if I can pan up a bit. So again, the rock here is gray, but there's white stuff growing on it. Hydrophobic bacteria. So it makes it kind of bright and pretty. Unfortunately, it's so huge, even I don't have enough light to light it up. Sometime I want to find a good video camera, something bigger than a GoPro, pick up more light, but I haven't figured out what I want. There's always trade-offs, you know, between weight, battery life, price, low light performance. There's no perfect camera. You have to decide what you really want. Only buy a new digital camera when there really is a big improvement, maybe every 2 years, depending on how I'm feeling. This camera here I kind of like it when there's plenty of light. Outside in daylight, this camera is really nice, but in a cave it's not really up to par. Unfortunately, I really want to shoot cave videos, so I gotta think of something better. Notice here the floor is flat once I get down past this rock pile. Just trying to look for a reasonably easy way. The rocks here, they're smooth. They're not worn smooth by people. They're just naturally kind of smooth. So they don't always have the best grip. Definitely want to be careful, not hurt myself. Notice the pretty colors over here. Somebody drew a yellow arrow. Like, it's hard to find the way out. Seriously, people. Some people just want to make their mark on the world. Whether it's a good mark or a bad mark, they don't care. Look at this, how it's rough on the edge here. Sort of a flow line. See if I can pan up just a bit. There we go. Not sure how well this is going to look. This camera has a preview screen. On the previous screen, it looks like it's working. That's because the previous screen is only like 1/10 of a megapixel. I'm shooting video at 20 megapixels. So, you know, there's a lot lost in the translation. I've definitely shot some low light videos that on the tiny preview screen, it looks great. And then on the full screen, it's like the ugliest video I ever saw. Oh, well. Notice over here how bright the rock is. Again, the rock itself is gray. It's covered with that white stuff. You can see people have been writing on it. They just use their finger and pretend it's finger paint. It's not hazardous, so, but still, it's not a nice thing to do. Notice it's not just on the walls. The rocks over here on the floor, the breakdown rocks are sometimes covered with that. But it wears off easily if you touch it with your hand, or especially if you walk on it with your feet. That's kind of cool. It's like the wall almost broke here. Well, I mean, obviously it did break, but you know what I mean. Like a big hole, bigger hole. Just notice again, there's different flow lines on the wall where it flowed. The lava was deeper or shallower, leaves a permanent mark. Oh, there's a